My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, specifically the Darkest Rhapsody Estate, the second thereof. We're going to kill the unstable flesh, so typically for this, I would just love to take me one of them good old Houndmasters. I mean, it's a beast, the whole area is beasts, you can Hounds Harry in order to do a hell of a lot of bleed damage across the entire thing. It's ridiculous. But both of our Houndmasters are higher level than the ability to take them here, and we have one that's too low of a level to take here. So instead, I've devised a different party. So our stress heal is going to be coming primarily courtesy of Reynard here. It's worth noting there was one other consideration for taking reasonable damage to this area as well as also taking some stress heal, and that would be Fizzblood. And the reason that this is okay is because if he gets in a position to slice off or harvest, especially in the boss fight, he's gonna do pretty well. That's a reasonable DOT, right? Not an amazing chance, so I have to imagine I'd be pairing him with a bleeding trinket, but it is a reasonable DOT. And he's got that stress healing on lock, got rocks and moxie, and he's rocking some brand new soxies. It's just I couldn't figure out the party that would make me feel good about taking that, because if I remove the Crusader from this party, which is our source of stressing, I also lose my stun, right? If I remove the Crusader and I remove Freybit and then put in, Master Jester remove the Crusader as well as the Flagellant. Sorry, I was looking at the name Freybut, my man-at-arms over below Fizzblood there. And then put in Fizzblood and a man-at-arms? That actually could work. Maybe I should reorganize this. I really do want to take Renu Shadi as the Master Flagellant to this area, because he is good here. But is this his perfect opportunity to level up? It actually might be. Because the thing is, I'm still able to take Reynard to this, and it's not bad. He's hard-skinned. He's a beast slayer, no less. No, I think I actually stick with this, because I want Fizzblood for something else. I'll be fine to take him against a lot of different people, whereas it's going to be difficult to find a boss that I can take Reynard against and feel really good about it, like Sodden Crew. About it, because usually you want someone who can hit further back lines, but Reynard, in this fight at least, doesn't always have to hit further back lines, and doesn't even always have to stun. He is here, effectively, as control for the front line, while I use him on off turns to heal stress on other characters. So let's return all of our trinkets and sort. Pretty certain we don't have a Beast Slayer's ring, because we didn't pick it up lot. Yeah, let's go with the trinkets actually first, thank you. Renu Shadi. I could give him the Martyr. Ooh, I do have a Beast Slayer's ring. Okay, that definitely goes on our backline then. But Renu Shadi, what are you gonna take? He does have On Guard, so he's very fast. He's quite quick. Quite quick on his feet. I'm thinking perhaps it's Berserk Charm Sun Ring. What's his bleed chance at? 130? Versus, in this area, probably a lot of 40s and 50s. 40s and 50s, or are they going to be 30s? I'm going to double check that, actually. Unstable flesh. The reason I'm going to double check this is because this is a fight I've done many a time before. I am just concerned. Yeah, this guy is going to have 60% stun resist at this point, so I do actually need to take a... Sorry, stun resist, bleed resist. So I do need to take a bleed increase by way of the bleed amulet. I don't want to lower my own bleed skills. I'd like to increase my own bleed resist. Dodge doesn't really matter on this character because I don't really have dodge on him anyhow. And dodge is unreliable, regardless. So now I'm 150 versus 60 in a lot of situations. Okay, I'm fine with him now. I still kind of want to give him the Berserk Charm. But then his accuracy goes down to 105 on most of his abilities. That's actually still fine. He's still hitting accuracy cap on most of them. Having the extra speed on him is going to guarantee that he moves before a lot of targets and applies his DOT to them in time to prevent them from acting. And that's the primary reason. Beast Slayer, I'm going to be very accurate versus Beast, so maybe I don't need to give him a Sun Ring. Maybe I can just give him Dismas's thing. Whatchamacallit? Dismas's head. Here, Ancestors Map, Ancestors Scroll, seems about right. And then our Stunning Trinket on Reynard. Do I need to give him another Stunning Trinket? 130, 160. In the majority of circumstances, I actually won't need another Stunning Trinket. Unless I'm trying to double stun a target on the front line. But even then, I'm more at jeopardy of them just suddenly getting, you know, 80% stun resist rather than 40% stun resist after the first time I hit them. My speed is definitely an issue, so I'll actually take a Berserk Charm here. Makes me a little less accurate, which could be a problem, but the Berserk Charm speeding me up is pretty important. The big problem with Crusaders is their ridiculously low speed, in fact. Okay. That's not a bad party. It's not a bad party layout. Let's now sort out all of their different quirks in here. None of that is necessary. Yes, none of this is necessary. I'm not going to be using Reclaiming the Final Fight. Yeah, that's how that stands. That's how that'll stand as well. I'm not going to get shuffled in the final fight. I guess I could use Zealous Accusation in the final fight. Overall, it would deal more damage, but that's only if neither of the front two are protected. I don't think that's worth my time to do. Bourgeois, you will actually upgrade Tracking Shot, because in the final fight, it's going to be worth having. Just for the fact that you cast it once, and then you get the benefit of it for so long a time afterwards. Bandage is not necessary. Medicinal herbs, a couple, actually. I don't have a Dipsomaniac with me currently, no. Yes, because I do have a vessel that's a Dipsomaniac, but it's not this one. Dipsomania is actually pretty bad in these areas. 3 and 3 for shovels and skeleton keys. I'll actually take a little more medicinal herbs. I'm actually going to take a lot more torches and a lot more holy water. No, 2 of these holy water are basically earmarked for fights, for things that'll happen in the fight. In fact, I'll also take 4 of each of these. Right. Because in the final fight, you can be bled, you can be blighted. And if I use 4 holy water before I go in, I've got 3 rounds basically of immunity to bleed and blight, likely. Not really immunity, but much higher resistance on all my characters. And I'm taking a few extra torches so that I can burn scrolls with relative ease of mind. Yep.
I could not store such a prodigious amount of offal, nor could I rid myself of it easily, possessed as it was by unnameable things from outer spheres. When excavations beneath the manor broke through into an ancient network of aqueducts and tunnels, I knew I had found a solution to the problem of disposal. The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
Something tells me his solution didn't exactly pan out there. Doki, heal off that stress at the very start. That's actually really handy. Pretty sure everyone has... Yeah, this is why I also took 2 more holy water than the party's worth, because these are interactive with holy water. Sure.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Okay, good surprise, good surprise. Unfortunately, we don't really have backline stuns. Ooh, this could be good. Yes! Okay, if you can, not Reynard, it's not Reynard that does this, but if our Vestal can hit the swine spawn, pretty much with either of these, we're fine.
A devastating
Oh my god. It's perfect. That could not have gone better. Thank you. Easy react right there. I think I'll actually take that damage off of you.
precision and
God, well, lucky you didn't get bled again. Already know what you're doing on your Yikes, that's a low roll. 6 to 8 plus 25% on her healing, and she still only healed to 6. I don't even know if that's possible, but it still happened. Yikes. Fuck off.
turns.
Yay, now I get to stress heal myself. Also, why are they going so fast? Rude. I'm gonna take that as well. It's 8 damage that I'm effectively stealing away. Stop it!
Unbalanced.
What is wrong? Oh, right, because he has the negative 33% healing receives is what's happening there.
Their formation is broken. Maintain
Fuck you!
defensive.
He has 6 speed. He shouldn't be acting this quickly.
Obliterate.
God.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay. We're almost on half health with Rhapsody, so he'll be able to do a ridiculous heal. You're gonna get stunned. 170, yeah, we can stun you regardless. So we'll start setting up the kill of the Swine Reaver. Fuck! I forgot to move Bergeret. Oh well. Means I'm gonna have to go with the bleed hit instead. Skull toss in the back line. Don't stun, please. She does have hard noggin, so she is harder to stun. That's a 10% chance for that resist that he still hits, so that's not fun.
Nerves.
You're already dead, you just don't know it yet. Okay. Redeemed to pretty much max heal the two of you. Except I'm taking less healing as a result of the Butcher. God damn it. Should have considered that.
The wounds
Nice crit.
of war.
Unfortunately, crit on the only person that is not going to be able to benefit from it, but still.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Alright. Start beating you up. And healing off as much stress as we can here. Good, high rolled that. I'm pretty sure Rhapsody is going to act first next turn as well, because he's 10. Beautiful. So that means the Slaver and Ghoul is now dead before they can possibly get an action off. Let's see if we can have either of our other characters act first. Okay. There's one of them. Please, Crusader next. Dang.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
We do actually want those deeds. So I'll pop this useless
The
torch,
match
take
is
the deeds.
struck. A blazing star is born.
Drop the citrine for the jade. We have enough blood back at home that I think we're fine. Oh, that party order is actually correct. Huh.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Can't afford to take that one right now. Okay. No scouting. Of course there's no scouting. Didn't we take, like, a scrounger for this area? No, we just had two beast slayers. Okay, good. No one interacted with that. I thought Hagia Mania might make them interact with that, but it's probably just Dark Temptation that would have done that. Do I want to go to that? Yeah, sure. Hit it with the holy water. Find 2 things I can't take, so that was a bad idea. Cop 8 stress damage for doing it as well. Yay! Scarcely have been worse. Gold will be replaced by that. Alright, we can still do the trinket swap. It's just a little more annoying to do now. Thank you, Bourgeois. God, it'd be nice if I could just do this somehow instantly. Okay, and then final swap. Make sure everyone's got the right trinkets. Beautiful. Let's soldier on. No, of course we don't get the scout. Why would we? Not like we bought a fucking map.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay. They're surprised, so my immediate goal is to try and get a stun on the Slaver and Ghoul before they get in action. Beautiful. 2 crits is going to help us really, really fasten this up. I'll roll the possible stun here. It's only going to be a 60% chance, but it might free up the Crusader to do a turn of healing, or also even a turn of damage. No, I do need to do the stress healing. Now that no one's above 10 stress, though, we can probably relax a tiny bit on that. Alright. Keep the bleed going on if I can at all. This is a negative 20% chance to stun, so somehow I don't feel like that's going to work out for me. Instead, I'll get that slight self-heal as well as a little bit of damage done in. Doesn't get reacted to. We do get horror across the party.
Even the boldest gaze.
But very thankfully, no one picked up the worries there. We don't have the ability to cure that on anyone except for Renu Shardy picking it up himself. Okay, you're now dead to your bleeds. So past this point, everything is just going to be focusing on stress healing. 10. I'm the person with the most stress, so I'll use that on myself, Reynard. Body heal for a chance to proc a crit on each of my members. Same thing again. And if only Reynard went just a little bit faster.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
As demonstrated before, his speed is his primary problem. That's why he's holding that Berserk Trinket. Don't surprise me. Beautiful. Oh, right. I was wondering, wait a second, why am I getting all this stress? I had already forgotten. Oh, God. I wouldn't be making these swaps if they weren't really helpful. And they are really helpful. They're guaranteeing a 10 stress heal out of battle. That's big. Okay, and that for that. Beautiful. This is a rough fight, unfortunately. You'll only ever get 1 action, so thankfully I don't... Ooh. Or maybe you'll get 0 actions.
Give them no quarter.
Sure, I'll be taking stress as a result of that, but what I won't be taking, as I pump up the torch... Oh, fuck off. Dodged it. It's not a huge bleed, but still annoying. What I won't be taking is any diseases from that swine... Oh, corpse right now. They have higher move resist, Crusaders, so... That was a little bit of a doomed expedition from the start there, Monfrere. Thank you for resisting the bleed. Of course, that character is a clotter, so he's very likely to resist that bleed. Cultist Gladiator is now dead, just doesn't know it yet. Unfortunately, there's Cultist Enchantress up the back. He's really sitting pretty, so I want to kick in as much damage as possible. Fuck! Sick of these dodges. People, please. Thank you.
Surges as the enemy crumbles. Well struck.
Nice crit. About as much stress healing as I would have done if I'd actually used my ability. Although distributed, to be fair. We're definitely using the Inspiring Cry next turn. You can see how much better we'd be doing right now if we actually had a dedicated stress healer in this party.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Basically, I did that just for a little bit of stress healing.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Pretty much, but... Okay, so here's my thinking two different ways. Number one, I don't need those crests. Why? There's no reason I would need those crests. These are for the battle. These are all for the battle, so they can't leave. This is for camping, and these keep me alive. And then the torches are necessary for exploration, so are the shovels. The medicinal herbs are probably the first things that could go. Oh, shit, the boss is over there. I might actually do the boss and then continue exploring, because then I can do the boss and come back. Which I guess means I camp now. Which means that I can take the crests.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
So prevent the nighttime ambush. I don't really want to use clean guns, because I'm not going to be using my range skills often. I actually do have 2 religious partners in my team. Both of whom have stress on them, so I could give them plus 15% protection each. That's actually pretty big. Yeah, I think I do that in Lash's Kiss. Lash's Kiss is pretty much just here for speeding me up by 3 for each battle. Alright, yeah. Lash's Kiss, and then I'll encourage, and we'll rest. Assured that we won't have any negative befall us. We'll leave that there, because we might still have bandages by the time we come out of this fight. Thankfully, we've surprised them, so we're very likely to get a stun on the Slavering Ghoul before it gets an action.
Annihilated.
Alright, this one's a 90. Last one was a 60% chance, that's a 90.
Slowly.
Okay.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Bleed. Sure. Feel free to rend the guy that's gonna take no damage to that. He's a tough cookie. Yeah, you are pretty much certainly dead before you get an action. Lovely. In fact, you're already dead before you get in action. Since the Suffer buff will actually last for, I believe, 3 rounds? Yeah, it'll last by the time I get into the fight, as long as I cast it now and then go into the fight. Do that for self-heal, I guess. Yeah.
Monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Have a look at that. His resists are ridiculous. 33% debut at the very bottom as well. Man, only I could get 33% debut. All right, let's go in.
Squirming, contorting, and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
So at the moment, I have 52% protection, as well as all of those different resists, and 3 speed, of course. Especially when there's a heart in the front section, it's all about just hitting that heart. Sure, it does a reasonable heal, but it's not protected. So hitting it is going to be so good in terms of return. Passes up the back, that's ridiculous that we actually had a spine not be able to attack. Because its stun could be really annoying. That's unfortunate. Now our front 2 targets both have protection on them, so the Crusader's not really going to be doing too much this turn. I could look into stunning one of them if I act in time to do so. What's the matter? Couldn't hit my riposte, man? Yikes. Alright, I wasn't really going to be doing much damage anyway, so if I can stop the spine from doing any damage to me, I feel like that's worth it. That's a really unfortunate low roll right there.
But never hidden.
Something I can start doing is using Bourgeois one more round of this. So if I attack now, I think I'm fine for another round before I have to Jules advance. Okay. But the thing is, I can start using Bourgeois to move past the Crusader, and then as soon as he does that, the Crusader can Holy Lance in order to move further. Which will effectively extend the Crusader's ability to start hitting the back line, if the back line indeed needs to be hit at the time. If that's where the lower protection is, that's where I want to go. It's worth noting, the head is pretty much always hitting the front line. Unfortunately, never the Flagellant, who wants to get hit. Okay. Fine. I think I'm going to do single target heals on the Crusader. Basically, if Bourgeois was still in the front line, it's very likely he'd be in a position to start using his riposte a lot more. Okay, 2 hearts means they're going to be doing a lot of healing, unfortunately. I hit the back heart because it already had a debuff to its bleed resist. And currently they have a 10% chance to resist my bleed. But if they have the debuff, they have a 0% chance to resist it. As long as I hit them, I'll get it. Okay, thank you. And Yushadi could use a couple more attacks on them. I don't think we have enough turns left that I want to use bleeds. I think it's now all just about damage. Bye-bye.
Destruction is a small consolation, given the implications of its terrible existence. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I fear we prepared for that to be a lot worse than it turned out to be. That said, I don't regret over-preparing for that. But at the same rate, we could have saved so much stuff. Oh well. We can now just loot better with the knowledge we currently have. This is going to be annoying. Yeah, that guy's going to get an action at the very least. Oh, no. No action.
As the
Beautiful.
fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
11 to 20. Of course, rolls the 11. I want to start healing, but I want this guy to be alone when I start doing it. Okay, beautiful. One down. I'll use that, especially considering it lowers the speed of the target it hits.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
As long as that doesn't stun her, we're fine. Beautiful. That's actually the best thing he could have done for me. That's the last time I hit you, right? You're now bleeding out to death. Beautiful. You are. Now the rest of this fight is... Whoo! That was a hell of a lot of healing right there. I'll use that on the target that almost has full health, because it means that any single target heals from the Vestal are more likely to be useful. Okay. Again, move forward. Use that on the Vestal, and then the Crusader will, in return, receive full health.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
A little bit of stress picked up, but not enough to be concerned about. Okie dokie. That goes there. Pop one of these torches and replace.
The promise of safety.
The medicinal herbs are now no longer useful, actually. They're useful for purifying the... I know this looks super wasteful, but I couldn't have known this dungeon was going to go so easily. They're super useful for the barrels of alcohol that you can purify if you manage to find them before the fight, but we found no barrels of alcohol whatsoever. We also didn't find any carts of meat, and we also didn't find any dinner trays and dinner tables, which are all things that we easily could have interacted with quite happily using those medicinal herbs. I guess I'm never going to be coming back to this point, so I might take 8 stress to do... Okay, sure. Is she a plutomaniac? No, she's a hylomaniac. Right. So she's obsessed with treasure, but she doesn't steal it. Which basically means I don't care. That's not a problem as far as I'm concerned.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
None of that worked out how I wanted, unfortunately. Please don't, diseases. No diseases. Oh, here we go. It's disease time.
Reeling, about to break.
Oh, never mind. We missed that disease at least.
Such a
Hook where it
terrible
hurts
assault
yourself.
cannot be left unanswered.
Unfortunately, we actually will now incur enough stress to feel pretty bad about this fight. Still haven't picked up a disease yet, which is insane to me. Unthinkable, in fact. I need my stress healing more than I need to prevent the damage from that guy right now. Damn it.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I felt, Pretty likely that she ends up hitting that stun. In fact, she should have. He only has 30% stun resistance. And I have 30% chance for the stun. He shouldn't have been able to resist that. He's not the one I stunned prior, was he? Interesting. Alright, miss. Can you not always crit, please? Like, I desperately need you to take a turn where you just don't crit. I'll do a party heal because it won't take Renushadi above the point at which he'll be able to use a heal. Specifically Reclaim. Huh, nice crit. I'm gonna keep stress healing the Vestal right now. Just because she gets actually more stress healing out of it than anyone else.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Oh, I didn't know Chevaliers could come out to these missions. I should have just left, like, happy that I hadn't picked up the Crimson Curse on any of my characters yet. That's what I ought to have done. Hindsight, of course, is 2020. Alright. Sycophant's dead. One down. Many more to go. Fucking dodge. Alright. Please stunned. There's a 90% chance to do so, and it did so. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's only have one of them crimsonly cursed. I have enough stress that that's enough of a problem for me. I don't have to worry about the rest of this. Or rather, I'd prefer not to have to worry about the rest of it as well.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Nice dodge. Unfortunately, the Sycophant still has 1 health. Okay. I've got a turn to deal with that, so I can wait and use a more opportune attack. Rather than wasting really high damaging attacks on it. Can we not just... It's this fucking Berserk Charm. He's missed, excuse me, a lot of attacks. That accuracy mod, -5. He should just have a Sun Ring, really. Although then he'd be way too slow to use. Basically, that's the problem of the Crusader. I want him to have quick reflexes, effectively. Stun? Yeah! It was a 90% chance, so it's not really hugely worth celebrating, but I'm glad. Chevalier. Almost dead. Okay, beautiful. You're dead now, so... Let's have some stress healing on... myself, I guess. And highest crit chance is on my bullet.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I think actually at this point I'm going to throw my torches away and do the rest in dark. I think I'm okay to do that. I should have turned the lights out before I looted this, actually.
Trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
See, the thing is, the deeds and the crests are both essential for me right now. So I think I actually leave a stack of gold. Because I don't know, I haven't scouted this hallway or this hallway, so I can't tell if I'm going to need a shovel. I guess if I do need a shovel, I can just leave. God damn it, here we go, through the whole parade again. Oh, crumbs. Traded for the wrong one that time. Alright, now it's swapsies backsies. Beautiful. Only takes a ridiculous amount of time every single time I want to do that. Rough. Not reading. Good. Trap dodge. Thank you very much. That isn't even opened. Or rather, is not openable with a key. Especially because I'm in the dark right now. Gonna want to kill their stress dealer as soon as quickly. Yep. Ah, double crits my back line. That was almost 40 stress on every single one of my characters. Phew. I'm pretty sure all of them are going to stress recovery after this. Like, that's just happening now. That sucked. That was 40 stress on everyone. I just want to guarantee, like, I want to confirm that that happened. Because that was fucked up. Holy shit. Well, thanks for not critting. Hey, no disease, although you tried to give me one. Dodge. No dodging that one, though. Let's start cutting them back down to size. We better get some dope-ass loot right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel pretty betrayed. Okay. Beautiful.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Alright, I'll take 6 crests, though. I'll also start a stack of food. Yeah, I didn't get a scout, so I'm actually just straight up not leaving this room. I'm just gonna end after this.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
It's unfortunate the stress that we picked up, the fact that we also got one of our party members crimsonly cursed. That's a lot of money. And it's very consolidated because we had those 3 puzzling trapezohedrons. But most of all, that's a lot of heirlooms. Especially considering 15 of them are actually crests. Okay, Unholy Slayer, replace Rune Scrounger. That's fine, doesn't really affect me. Ruminator is bad, so I do want to remove that. And fucking Hard Noggin got removed as well. God, all of my good traits are getting replaced with worse ones.
A finely crafted instrument of butchery and bloodshed. Yours for the taking.
Okay, so a free upgrade on a weapon. Ooh, we could get another Book of Sanity by going for the Fulminating Prophet. It's almost certainly the only valuable thing here. Ooh, Moon Ring, though! Moon Ring, though! It's a Moon Ring, though! Oh. That is good. 20% extra damage if your torch is low, 15 extra accuracy if your torch is low. The thing is, I've not really been running dark runs. I've just been focusing a lot more on getting gold in my lighter runs. Like, I've got a moon cloak. If I had more moon rings appear earlier, where the sun rings appeared, I think I'd be doing a lot more dark runs. which is, of course is fucking way more risky. It's ridiculously way more risky. Which way, do you have a limit? No. Okay, so I can just put you... Yeah. You'll only pray, you'll only self-flagellate, and you'll just go in the other stress relief in that area. So, let's sort that out already. Freaking... It's gonna be like 3rd level where I can actually unlock a 2nd slot. I guess that just means I'm not taking Renu Shardy out for the next mission. That's fine, though. Alright. I don't want to put him in the gambling hall. Alright. Alright. So, the blacksmith is now going to give me 1 free weapon, so I will upgrade weaponsmithing.
Every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
And I'm going to look for any of these that are high level and don't have... What is it? Don't have weapons tinker. Pretty sure none of them have weapons tinker. Yeah, none of my level 5s have weapons tinker. Alright, which one of you is most likely to be used in a dungeon? At the moment, it's definitely not Brakra. It's probably like Pusho. So... Free upgrade on that. Pretty good. Sounds pretty good to me. Alright. Unequip and sort by rarity. I'm pretty sure the next episode is going to be that fulminating prophet up there. You're looking good, fulmination. Now, if I'm hitting backline, do I even have a party for that right now? Like, none of the men-at-arms can really do that. Nor can Reveres. Mortel, I guess, can come out on the mission. Being an Eldritch hater is not going to help you, but being a Ruins tactician... Robusts... okay. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine. It would be nice if I could take Bourgeois, but I can't. I would definitely love a Howlmaster on this mission, but again... Not something I have access to. Dervil's pretty good as well. Like I've got Dervil, I've got Musad, I've got my Hellions in the higher levels now. I actually don't even have a frontliner for this if I'm doing it like this. See, the problem that we're gonna run into is if I do take like Reveres, for example, and just use Caltrops a bunch, or I guess try and flashbang at long range, or try and collect bounty to destroy the pews in front, I'm just gonna lose a whole lot of damage while I'm waiting. It's just not gonna be good. I think instead of that, I'm very likely to take a man-at-arms and use that man-at-arms to guard the person that is targeted by the falling rubble. So the man-at-arms is just going to have a ridiculous HP pool, as well as has 40% protection. So unless he and someone else are targeted, he can try and, you know, distribute the damage a lot more fairly across our party. It's almost certainly going to be Major General as well. Freybute definitely wants to stay until we have a Eldritch boss. So it's almost certainly Major General. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.